we connect every day in practice, so that opportunity is great. So just being ready for those guys to block.
Did you know you were going to get that much work if the drive kept moving, or was it, like, did you get a heads up before the game at all?
Nah, but we running back, so we carry the ball, we throw the ball whenever we in, so we take advantage of that opportunity.
What do you think about the depth of the offensive line on this team with that second unit that you're putting out there?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I love those guys, the way they do what they do. They work hard each and every day, so I'm just happy to have those guys behind me.
How was the week for you out here in Cleveland with the joint practices and any action today?
It was real great. I had a couple of mistakes in practice, but there's a way to bounce back, get in the end zone. So.
What happened on that one where Nick pulled you because he kind of said like a couple of mental mistakes? What happened on that?
Just running to the edge, and coaches do that. All coaches do that, so you just got to be on top of what you got to do.
What's the lesson to you on that? What do you take from that?
Man, for me, it's just to bounce back. Do what I came here today and did, and go out into the game and execute.
Devon, just talk about the opportunity you had, the play you made, and how it felt.
Felt great. Just glad to have the opportunity. Glad to be here. Just enjoying my time here and learning a lot. Learning a lot every day. We have a lot of great receivers. A lot of great football players. So, my learning curve is like accelerated being on a good football team in the last 3 weeks, and I'm just starting to feel a little more comfortable every day, learning a lot more. We got great coaches as well, and they're teaching me a lot of things I never knew, even when I was playing. So, just pretty excited for the opportunity, and I'm glad I got the chance to make a play today, and hopefully I get more chances in the future. But sure, keep working and getting better.
And post route, your thoughts when the ball's in the air?
It's my ball. I play football a long time, so that doesn't really change in terms of the thought when the ball goes up in the air. And Reed made a great throw. I think it's probably a 55, 60-yard pass. So, Reed has a strong arm. So, I'm glad it got there. It made it easier on me. I can just catch him in the end zone and lay on the ground. So, it was cool. And it was cool that the coaches gave me the opportunity right at the first play. In for the game was a deep post. Pretty much designed for that kind of coverage and stuff like that. So we knew, if that coverage comes, we're gonna make something happen.
Well, what has your learning curve been? Because you missed some time with the OTAs. Are you feeling caught up now? Where are you at mentally?
Yeah. So to be honest, the first couple of weeks, I was explaining it to Britton Covey. You watch one of those military movies, and grenade goes off, and they're like, their heads ringing, and that's how I felt in the huddle the first couple of weeks. Just trying to listen to the call, understand my assignment, figure out what I'm doing, and then make a good play on the field, be a football player. And as I'm starting to get more comfortable with the offense, with the help of Smitty and AJ and those guys, watching those guys do what they're supposed to do correctly, and trying to mimic that. I'm starting to feel more comfortable every day, and just trying to make the most of my opportunities and my reps, and continue to get better. My number one thing is I haven't played football in a long time, and there's nothing that there's a lot for me to learn, and a lot for me to do in order to make a football team. And I'm excited for the opportunity in general, and then also just take advantage of being out there and enjoy it, because this is a game that I love and something I missed for 6 years, and so I'm glad to be back.
Devon, what was the feeling when you're in the end zone and you made the catch and you see the referee raise his arm?
No, it feels good. I mean, it's hard to explain that feeling. It's kind of like during the game I pretty much like anything athletic. I feel like I black out kind of, and that's just fun. And it was super excited. I saw AJ ran down 60 yards down the sideline to celebrate with me, which is pretty cool. It's pretty amazing, and it's my aunt's birthday today, so shout out to my aunt, happy birthday, and I'm glad to be here.
Tell me about your celebration.
No, I didn't actually. What's funny is I was just like, oh man, Tyree, one of our tight ends. I was like, man, I don't know, what should I do if I score? He's like, oh, you should do like a hurdle. I was like, gotcha. So,
Who did this conversation take?
This happened like before the game. Just jokingly. How the guys joke around and stuff like that.
Well, it must have been like to have that kind of moment. It's been a little bit of a quiet camp. You mentioned how the first couple of weeks were just kind of overwhelming to you. How gratifying is it to put your stamp on a moment like that?
Yeah, what I'll say is I got a lot. Yeah, like you said, I got a lot to learn. I'm nowhere even close. you know, and it's crazy the talent we have on this football team. You know, that this is my first team in the NFL, and like there's 6 or 7 guys in the receiver room. You know, we got 10 guys in there that are, you know, starters everywhere, you know, somewhere in the NFL. So, you know, it's a hard team to make, and I'm just, you know, doing my best to progress and do my best. That's all I can do. You know, all you can do as an athlete is prepare and give great effort and have fun. And, you know, my teammates are really, you know, latching on and helping me out, learn a lot. G. Ward's helping me out. You know, he hasn't been practicing much, but he's in my ear every play. Hey, this week we need to be better. This week we need to be better, which I appreciate. And the coaches are doing the same. And, you know, they're slowly, you know, getting me in there. You know, I obviously I want to get reps and I want to play, but also I appreciate the fact that, like, hey, you know, it's been 6 years. It's not going to come back right away.
Just do my job. That's obviously what I've been called to do here. I mean, you can't really just go out here thinking about competition because we're in a great competitive room, so everybody's going to do what they have to do. Just make sure I'm just handling my own, doing my job.
How important was it, what you did on the field today, especially some of those great catches?
I mean, it's just part of the journey, really. That's all I pretty much say. I've been working a lot, you know, in general, just trying to just make sure I'm doing the right things on and off the field. So, man, at the end of the day, you just got to just keep doing your job and everything will just take care of itself.
It's been kind of a long road for you. You know, is there something you're doing better this camp than you've done before, or people just not noticed you and not had the opportunity in the previous camp?
Let's just say I just get more opportunities now, and that's all I could just say. The opportunity to just head my way. I'm just trying to just make the most of them. That's all I can do. I've just been working so hard, like I say, just for these opportunities and just trying to make the most of them.
You had that big knee injury, I guess, your rookie year. Have you been pretty healthy since then?
Yes, sir. Just been really bounced back. Dr. Kowak gave me a great surgery. Just really did the rehabbing these past like 2 to 3 years lately, and I've been feeling the best I have lately. So just trying to keep going.
Gardner mentioned the chemistry you guys have had kind of started last year. How much does that play out on the field?
It's a lot because, like I said, I was on practice squad last year coming to the team, and we had previous relationship before, so we was already kind of close in it. But now we got that football relationship now. It just make it better because you see how hard I've been working and how much, you know, how great I want to be and the things I want to do in this league. And of course, we want to just make each other better at this point.
Was that the similar play, the back-to-back catches?
Yeah. That's something we typically work on. So that's just clockwork and practice work for us. So it was just good to sit in the live game for us.
It's going pretty well. I came into this year a lot more confident, a lot better mindset, and I've just been working really hard, living in the weight room all offseason, working on my craft basically. So it's starting to show itself, you know.
How did you get to that point to just be more confident?
Just really the years of experience, the years of studying, and you know, going through whatever I went through in the past few years and stuff like that. It really drove me to, you know, really put that extra work in.
How did you go about getting so much strong? I mean, obviously you've been doing that for a few
basically
years.
like
This year seemed like crazy. Yeah.
since the day after we lost to the Bucs, I've been working out every single day basically. I never stopped. I didn't go on vacation. I just worked the whole time.
And in what way does it help you on the field? Are there specific instances that strength helps?
Yeah, like sitting the bull rush down, you know, that type of thing is really what I was trying to emphasize. You know, getting stronger for that, strengthen the core, strengthen the legs, all that stuff, and then just overall strength. You know, it can't hurt. You know.
Toss, it looks like you have been winning a lot of the bull rushes. Is that something that Stout has been relaying to you, and do you feel like that's mostly where the payoff has been?
Yeah, pretty much every practice. I'm getting a lot of feedback from Stout. I'm always asking him, you know, what'd you see here, and you know, getting this hand here, that type of thing. Just getting the hand placement right, and I've just been really focused on that. I watch Lane Johnson a lot, you know, kind of try to emulate what he does, and I think that's helped me over the past few years.
You're clearly playing at a starting level. Is it going to be hard to not be able to start?
I mean, it's always hard, but you know, I'm just here trying to help my team win games, you know, however I can, and then whatever happens, you know.
How do you handle that on a personal level?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard at first. You know, it was a lot that I had to look deep within myself last year and, you know, figure out, you know, what are you going to be from here on? You know, how are you going to react to this situation, these cards that we've been dealt? And, you know, I've just been seeing every day as a new opportunity to improve and, you know, audition myself and that type of thing. You know, just make the best of the resources I got, you know.
I know you say off social media, but clearly when you're a left tackle and you play that position and you play at a starting caliber level, your name's going to be mentioned as a possible guy that could be moved. you know, given the opportunity to play, is that something you'd welcome, or are you okay?
What do you mean move? Like position?
If they trade you.
Oh, trade? I
Yeah.
mean, shoot, whatever happens, happens. But I try to, just be where my feet are at all times.
Do you ask your agent? See what he
Ah,
I guess.
What does it say about the depth on this team that's the starting or the second unit that you put out there today, the second unit of the offensive line?
can you repeat the first part?
Sorry. What does
No,
it say about the depth
Oh,
on the
okay.
offensive line on this team that's the second unit that
Yeah.
you put out here today?
Yes, I really give so much credit to Stout. He brings out the best in everybody that comes through his room. He's probably the most passionate coach I've ever been around in my entire life. And I owe a lot to him. A lot of guys owe a lot to him. So being a part of that unit really helps us all. So.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the scuffles in practice the last week. We've seen you mix it up before, and there haven't really been many of those this camp. What kind of set you off?
It was, we solved it within ourselves, But it was just a little thing with me coming off a concussion and just tired of getting headbutted. Told them to stop, they didn't stop, so we fought, But we've squashed it. It's, it happened with us. It was, solved between us. So.
Is that a fire that you felt you always had, or is that something that's grown since you've been in the NFL?
I don't know. It kind of just something that was boiling up a little bit, but I have, gotten a little bit more aggressive just in general since I've, got to this level.
See, I saw Jordan came up to you afterwards too. I mean, I know he's the guy ahead of you, but it seems like you guys still maintain a really close relationship. What's it been like having that?
He's one of the best human beings I've ever met. I love him with all my heart. He's like a brother to me, and there's never been anything weird between us. We've always just been there to help each other and be there for each other. So.
The player that was drafted on the night, when you were drafted, when you look back, like how much have you grown, evolved? How much has this league kind of?
Tremendously. Like looking back at when I first got drafted, I was like, this guy knew basically nothing him coming in, and there was some rude awakenings, some growing experiences, and it's just made me into who I am now, and I'm proud of everything that's happened. I don't have any regrets. I just take every day as a new opportunity.
Did the expectations that came with being a first-round pick, did that make things even harder?
I mean, we're all human. Naturally, there's going to be some pressure with that. Coming in, being like a people pleaser and stuff like that. I cared about what people said, and then over the years, I realized that it's all just BS. So, I've just grown tremendously, I think, in the past.
How do
few
you
years.
avoid that? I mean, was there like some sort of epiphany where like I can't listen to this anymore, or was there advice?
Avoid what?
Like criticism or negativity.
Well, I learned it in college from Mike Leach. If they're not in our if they're not in our meeting rooms, if they're not at our practice, then opinion doesn't mean nothing. So.
Do you log in your head one-on-ones, wins and losses, or do they do that? Does Stout do that?
What do you mean, in games or?
In practices.
Not really. I just go to the next one.
Okay, you haven't like in your mind. Just from my vantage point, it seemed like you haven't really lost any.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have all the things that you've been through, adversity and things, even stuff like social media and all that, has it made you stronger, and are you taking that out on the field at this point?
Extremely, 100%. Yeah, it's all learning moments, times of growth.
Thanks.
Thanks, Andre. Appreciate it.